Ever since I was a child, I thought the world divided people into two types, the optimist and the pessimist. That those who always looked at the bright side of things were more likely to be happy and have success in their lives. However, Stephen Covey challenged these ideas by stating that attitudes and behaviors can only lead to minor changes, but if you want to make significant changes, you need to live by principles of growth and change. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People greatly influences teachers and encourages you to work on yourself to foster independence based on self-reliance and work with others in order to promote interdependence by cooperating and combining talents and skills for a major impact in education. Habit number 1. Be proactive. You have the freedom and the power to choose a response to any situation. You are responsible for your own life. Your behavior and attitudes depend on your own decisions, on your self-awareness, not on your conditions or circumstances. Proactive teachers are value-driven. If their value is to produce high-quality education based on love, respect, integrity, and excellence, you will make it happen. Teachers who love students will find different ways to help them out. Focus your attention, time, and energy on the things and situations you can control, and leave out all the rest. Work on your motivation, enthusiasm, creativity, and you will be able to influence the conditions for a better learning experience for your students and, of course, for your own life. Habit number 2. Begin with the end in mind. Visualizing your destination leads your steps into the right direction. It means to approach your role as a teacher and as a human being congruently with your deepest values and principles. Teaching is a mission that comes from within. Therefore, think of the direction, purpose, the student feeling and achievement you want to create. Be an educational leader and a role model in your classroom. Set high expectations based on your principles. Communicate them to your students and they will meet the goal you envision for them. Your purpose needs to happen in your mind before it becomes a reality. Habit number 3. Put first things first. The value you place on yourself is paramount to make and keep commitments of proactive growth. Defining your priorities is about managing yourself rather than time. It is about focusing on what is really important, but is not urgent. That is, building relationships, contributing to your mission, exercising, long-term planning, preparing and accomplishing results. The rapport you create with your students along with preventive classroom management, praising, feedback and achieving individual and collective goals are important priorities in education. Establishing goals, providing guidelines, identifying resources, setting up standards of performance, and specifying positive and negative consequences create a mutual commitment that develops trust. And trust is a principle that brings the best in people. It takes time and patience because it's important, not urgent. Habit number 4. Think win-win. The balance between the value you place on yourself and the consideration for the points of view, personalities and values of others is the foundation of a win-win mindset. It means to seek mutual benefits in all your interactions, to share responsibilities, recognition and to cooperate. It means to rely on each other based on mutual agreements that clearly define expectations and achievements. It comes from the abundance mentality, which is having the conviction that there is plenty out there for everybody. In education, it embodies the growth of high-trust relationships among teachers, students, parents and administrators. Teachers and students can agree on criteria to assess personal and cooperative performance in order to encourage collaborative and task-based learning, and in that way to nurture a classroom environment that promotes individual and group fulfillment of goals. Habit number 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Communication is essential on a daily basis. Listening with the intent to really understand means to put yourself aside for a while. It means to genuinely care about other people. It is to listen with your ears, eyes and heart. Seeking first to understand, then to be understood is extremely beneficial in the interaction with your students because you communicate your values, your willingness to help, your interest in them. Consequently, they will feel appreciated, trustworthy and motivated to communicate, cooperate, and turn into win-win actors. Habit number 6. Synergize. Synergy means to operate on the principle that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. It is understanding that teamwork is better than random individual efforts. In our synergistic classroom, teachers and students value differences, are open to learn from each other, are creative and eager to network to gain more insights, learning and growth. It is a classroom founded on trust, win-win thinking, mutual understanding, and clear goals. Habit number 7. Sharpen the saw. It is the habit of renewing yourself in your physical, spiritual, mental, and social-emotional dimensions to gain new strength and enhance all 4 areas. In the physical dimension, exercise at least 3 hours a week and you will develop your muscles of proactivity and reinforce your personal vision. In the spiritual dimension, take daily time off to reflect on your values, your principles, your mission, and you will reinforce your personal leadership. In the mental dimension, get involved in continuing education and expand your mind. Read good literature in your fields of interest. Write your thoughts and recognize your priorities in order to reinforce your personal management. In the social-emotional dimension, live in harmony with your principles. Get involved in exciting projects and make contributions to the lives of others. The 7 habits of highly effective teachers are an opportunity to explore yourselves and envision the impact teachers can have in education. I wish you to keep sharpening your saw.